I've been recording.
Yeah, I'm recording too. Have you not?
I have not been recording. I'm recording now.
No.
I recorded all of our random talk.
Fuck, that's evidence. Fuck.
Oh, shit. Oh, fuck.
Oh, damn it. They're coming for me. They're coming for me on January 8th, 2020. We are recording the Voluntary Viewing Podcast a little earlier than usual this week. Just some circumstances playing out in life would prevent us from doing it on the weekend when we normally do it. And this episode of the Voluntary Viewing Podcast is, in fact, episode 126. On the podcast today, we have the man who secretly ghost wrote Rebecca Black's Friday, Ryan Holtz.
It's always 50-50. Yeah, man. That part where she named off what day it was yesterday and how excited we are. That was me.
Also on the podcast today is the man who took me to my first and only TGI Fridays experience, Andrew Clark.
Thank God it is Friday indeed. Fuck Texas Roadhouse.
Oh, them's fucking fighting words. Don't you dare compare TGI Fridays to Texas Roadhouse.
For what it's worth, I'm not that big of a fan of TGI Fridays.
Me neither.
but I'm also not that big of a fan of Texas Roadhouse.
No, that's okay. I will allow you to have that opinion, but because I would never
Texas say
Roadhouse, but
I would never say that TGI Fridays is better than Texas Roadhouse, but I would also never say that I like Texas Roadhouse.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
But I love Texas Roadhouse.
I used to like Texas Roadhouse because I'm like, ooh, big slabs of meat and Southern food. And then the last 3 times in a row that I went, I got food poisoning. I'm like, well,
okay, well,
maybe. I mean, and hey, maybe that's just my implicit bias that I don't know about because same thing happened to me on several occasions when I went to Buffalo Wild Wings, and I got Buffalo Wild Wings again tonight.
Keep coming back. What was your B-dubs order, Andrew?
Asian Zing and medium buffalo.
Is there one closer to you, or are you still hitting up the one on Madison campus?
That is the one that we get it from.
Hey!
That's the closest one.
Good for you.
And the food got delivered very quickly because there's no students on campus.
There probably shouldn't been for all of last semester. Last but not least, I am the embodiment of Black Friday, Lucas DeRuyter.
it will be a dark and stormy Friday.
What?
A Black Friday, if you will.
Black Hole Friday, won't you come?
I don't even know that reference.
Wash away the rain.
Oh?
Black Hole Friday, won't you come? Won't you come?
I don't know this song.
You don't know Black Hole Sun?
Nope.
Our earlier argument made me think that maybe it'd be fun to just rank all of the nicer chain restaurants, but as I'm reading through this list on Business Insider, I have not been to a lot of them.
Okay, what's the list? I've probably been to most.
Okay.
Like higher end chain restaurants.
Yes.
Are fucking my family's specialty.
When you say higher end, do you mean like higher end than like fast food?
Yeah,
or
like
do you mean like actually...
Like
okay,
non-casual chains.
Yes.
Like more established
like
chains.
a Red Lobster. Or
Olive Garden.
Okay.
Fucking, I don't know. Throw in the Black Angus Steakhouse. I don't know. Shit like that.
Okay, I'm going to do this rapid fire if you've heard of a place.
Oh, wait. So link it.
Link it. Okay. Here we go. I have the technology.
We are not cavemen.
There you go.
We have technology.
All right, I'll replace the Chandler Riggs Wikipedia with this. Okay, I don't know what the fuck O'Charlie's is.
Right? They don't care for it.
Fair enough. Well, I mean, it's number 20 out of
20.
who knows.
Red
It's
Lobster
not out of
19.
Red Lobster fucking sucks. I mean, I don't like seafood, so that's my problem.
Oh.
Oh, that is your problem.
Never been to
yeah.
a Red Lobster.
It's solid. It's better than TGI Fridays.
It is probably better than TGI Fridays, but I don't like TGI Fridays, so.
If you
P.F.
like
Chang's.
seafood,
I like P.F. Chang's.
Never been to a P.F. Chang's.
Low key, P.F. Chang's pretty good.
Outback Steakhouse.
That's exactly right around where I expect. Pretty solid.
Not
Nothing
bad.
Special.
Buffalo Wild Wings is a higher end chain.
I think.
It's not higher end. It's better.
Yeah.
Okay.
I kind of agree. I like Buffalo Wild Wings. It's just fucking.
No, of course
overpriced
I
as
like
shit.
it, but I like a lot of things that are not high end.
That's fair. I haven't been to BJ's, but it's right next to my apartment. There's one right here, and I kind of didn't really know it was a twist or it was a chain.
Are you still gonna go seeing that deep dish pizza?
No,
Okay.
I'm not gonna get deep dish pizza if I go. I mean, I could
No.
do something else. Red Robin, overrated.
Yeah.
People act like Red Robin is like the king of non-casual burgers.
I mean, okay, I would never say that Red Robin's the best, but like I think Red Robin burgers are very good.
I would rather have a.
They're not my top burger.
Yeah,
but
I'd rather have like a Five Guys burger than a Red Robin burger. So it's like, what's the point of Red Robin?
I like their onion ring tower, but also I could just order the onion ring tower there and not need to eat anything else.
But they have bottomless fries, guys.
No idea what Bonefish Grill is.
Yeah, never heard of this.
We went to Bonefish Grill together like 4 months ago.
What?
4 months ago during the pandemic?
Yeah, it was not a good idea, but Lucas demanded that we go out to a restaurant.
Is this where
so
the
we sat
bird shit on
patio.
you?
No.
No.
That was different.
This was different.
We did eat outside.
a couple days
you
later.
took me to a chain restaurant when I visited you in Madison?
Remember, the conversation went, hey, Aunt, like, we should go out to a restaurant. And I said no. And Jade said, well, we could probably go to somewhere with a patio. And then you said, oh, Bonefish Grill, that looks like a good place. And then we went there. And it was very good. It was really good.
That conversation did not play out as you described, but we do not have time to get into it on the podcast. Has anybody heard of Yard House?
Yard House is good.
Okay.
I have
Oh, they have a burger with an egg on it. Okay, I'm into it.
Yeah, I mean, look at that picture.
Right?
Yard House is fucking good. I've
Is that
been there
like a
couple times.
brisket with prosciutto and an egg on it or something?
No, that is a fucking burger.
That's a burger?
Fuck
Hell yeah.
yeah.
All right.
It's very good. No, don't know what this is. Carrabba's.
Carrabba's. I've never been. I've heard people, like, you know, some people prefer it to Olive Garden, but there's not very many of them. So
Bahama Breeze I've heard of. Never been.
It's a nice looking tamale, maybe? I don't know.
That looks like just a loaf of bread to me.
yeah, that's not a tamale. But this is not Mexican food.
All right.
I think it's just literally a loaf of bread on that person's plate, which feels weird.
You know, that is. There's like
Okay.
a skillet with like a shrimp fajita kebab or something,
Oh.
and then Italian bread.
Yeah.
Fair.
I don't know what Maggiano's Little Italy is.
No.
Definitely never heard of that. Began in Chicago, apparently. No idea.
Ooh,
Fucking Olive Garden!
The
Too
Titan.
low.
The heavy hitter.
Too low. Olive Garden bottomless pasta is a fucking season of the year, as far as I'm concerned. That shit is so above average, but you can get as much as you fucking want, which makes it top tier.
In unlimited amounts of passable pasta is the best deal that you can.
It's not okay. It's not passable pasta. I will say it's pretty decent pasta. Like it's
No,
it's
I
definitely,
agree. I like Olive
yeah,
Garden, and
pretty
I
solidly
like their
above
deals.
average pasta, and
When
you
you
get
can
as
go
much as
to-
you want.
When you can go to Olive Garden, get a giant ass salad, as many fucking breadsticks as you want, some pasta meal that you won't finish, and then you take that home as leftovers, and then another pasta meal that they just put in a box from the get-go for you to take home, and you get like 3 straight days of dinners. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's a good deal.
Olive Garden, low-key delicious.
Olive Garden, give us
Cheesecake
money.
Factory, that's
Oh
another
my
heavy hitter.
god. Fuck Cheesecake
No,
Factory.
Cheesecake Factory's fucking great.
I fucking hate Cheesecake Factory. It's not that their food is bad. It's that it makes me feel like I want to melt when I walk into that restaurant. There's so much going on.
A little overstimulated?
There's too much.
I guess, yeah, the decor is obnoxious, but the restaurant's good. Like, the food is
But even the
pretty
menu's
good.
30 fucking pages long.
Yeah, if you have...
They have every food. None of it's great. All of it's okay. I would rather just have good food rather than a choice between every single okay food.
I think some of their food's pretty well done.
Never heard of the Capitol
I'm a
Grill.
fan of their pasta. Capitol Grill, isn't there one in Madison?
Yeah,
remember.
I've never been, but I've heard it's a steakhouse.
I haven't heard anything.
I-
Seasons 52, haven't heard anything.
That meal looks like mostly bone, but all right.
Cracker Barrel.
Oh my
Barrel.
god, this is a little. I like
people's-
Cracker
Wow.
Barrel. This is a little too high though.
That
Yeah, Cracker Barrel definitely should not be number
does
4.
the writer
you swap Cracker Barrel and Olive Garden, and baby, you got a list going.
You got a list going.
does the writer of this piece have something against Cracker Barrel? That is not wow
No,
compared
it's not
to
a great picture.
No.
Yeah,
Not a
it's
very
the least
appetizing
appetizing
picture.
picture.
That is
yeah.
gee, that looks like a wartime ration.
The fried okra looks good. The corn muffins in the corner look good, but they're not featured prominently enough.
No.
Yeah.
I mean,
Those
yeah, what
green
is that, like
beans,
buttered
carrots.
noodles?
Green
It's
beans,
like-
carrots, and looks like some sort of like chicken ravioli or something. Oh.
Yeah.
Cracker Barrel, by the way, I will say, for breakfast, we're talking like 8 out of 10.
Okay.
For
Yeah,
like normal meals,
absolutely.
like 6 out of 10.
Okay.
Like pretty.
I'd say like 75% of my times that I've been in Cracker Barrel, it's been for breakfast,
Yeah.
like on the road.
And you can
That's
just get
some good
breakfast all
shit.
day, so you can't just get breakfast food whenever the fuck you want, which is amazing.
Cheddar's
pretty good
Scratch Kitchen.
No idea what this is.
I swear to God that I went to one of these once, but I can't remember anything about it, which is usually not a good sign. But
Number 2 in value, behind only Cracker Barrel.
Longhorn Steakhouse, number 2.
I didn't know Longhorn Steakhouse was like a good steakhouse. I thought it was just a normal
No?
steakhouse, like any of them, like Outback or fucking Black Angus or whatever.
According to Business Insider. And then, ironically, number 1, the thing that
Oh
started
my
this
God.
out, Texas Roadhouse.
The best.
How?
This list is correct. Texas Roadhouse for most
How
of
is
my
it
life
number
was my
one?
favorite restaurant. This shit's so good.
no, it's not.
It is.
It's
though.
okay.
You just
It's
got
not-
food poisoning.
That's not a good thing.
You said Buffalo Wild Wings is good, and you've got food poisoning there. Apparently, I think you just
Yeah,
get
their
food
stuff
poisoning
tastes
a lot.
great. If I get food poisoning from a very mediocre steak, I'm not happy about
Oh,
it.
mediocre steak. Are you one of those people that gets it well done and then is like, it was pretty
No.
dry? Like,
I get my steak medium rare or rare sometimes, but usually not rare. Usually medium
rare is pretty. Yeah, I got food poisoning. I did eat a bunch of rare meat, but
It was just it was just tartare.
yeah, who could have seen this coming?
I missed the Christmas time cannibal sandwich this year. I'm not gonna lie.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
Do you eat
Are you
cannibal
really one of
sandwiches?
those people?
I mean, like, go have a family tradition of like going to a place that's been open in my hometown since my parents were kids, and then they do a thing where they're not really selling
Eat a
food.
raw patty of beef.
Not a patty, like it's ground beef.
That's what a patty is.
Yeah, what?
No, it's like it's loose, still ground. It's not pushed into a shape or anything. Take a knife, spread it on a
That
nice
sounds
cracker,
worse.
a couple of raw onions on there. Have a great time. Really scratches
Just
that like
fundamentally opposed to
caveman
heating
itch.
things up.
The Wisconsin DNR had to send a message to people to say stop doing that this year, and people were very against it. I didn't realize. I kind of didn't think that like people our age would be in that tradition. I always assumed they'd be like at least in their like 50s or 60s.
I mean, it's just like one. Just one cracker of it. That's enough.
Any
That's
amount
enough
of
for
raw
you.
meat is as dangerous as any other amount of raw meat. You've eaten the raw meat. That's the dangerous part.
I think it might be a numbers thing, you know, like at some
don't
point
think
this is
it
going to
is.
catch up to me, but I think
No.
I've been unclear so far.
I really disagree that it's a numbers thing. I think one time is very dangerous, and you're not adding that much more danger by eating more.
So I put a bullet into the empty chamber of my revolver and I spun it around. I put it in my mouth and I pulled the trigger knowing I had a 1 in 6 chance of blowing my brains all over the wall behind me. But I didn't.
It wouldn't even be bacteria. It'd be like parasites and shit. That stuff can stick with you for like the rest of your life. I don't know, man.
And it happens all the time. It's
Yeah.
not like there's a risk and then like everyone does it because it never really happens. It happens all the fucking time. Every year they do this shit.
I think the reason that they warned people this year is because the hospitals are so full.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
And
like we are
they're
not going to
trying
be
to
able to
keep
help
people
you
out.
if you get trichinosis.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I'll only do it when we aren't in a plague. You guys happy now?
No.
Wow.
I don't want you eating raw meat.
Now
I
you're
really
just being
don't.
unreasonable.
You can eat tartare. Tartare is prepared in a very specific way from a specific type of meat, using better handling than United States meat, like butchers and shit. Like, you could do that if you really just crave raw meat.
I mean, this is pretty well prepared. Most years there's like a nice parsley garnish on top of it. It looks classy.
No. Some dude went down to the Walmart and got a 1.5 pounds of 80/20 and then spread it on a cracker and said, "Here you go.
That's the
Sign
problem.
this waiver, bitch."
Whew. Anyway, Texas Roadhouse, great atmosphere. Steaks are great. Sides are huge. It's a great place.
They give you like
Love it.
2 full racks of ribs if you order ribs there, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
Ooh, and the buns. Some nice cinnamon butter buns. Ooh.
I don't care
And you
for
have peanuts.
I don't care for just throwing the shells on the floor, but that's the one complaint I have about it, and I know it's part of
I
their
put them in the bucket.
Okay. You're better than a lot of people.
Oh, no, but you're allowed to throw them on the floor.
No,
That's your prerogative. I'm not a fan of doing that either, so I just put them in the fucking bucket.
This isn't communist Russia. You can throw those on the floor. Does it make you a bad person? Yes. But it's your right to do that.
Can I throw it on the floor of the Senate chambers? No,
you
too soon? Too soon? Maybe too soon. We
I
are
just didn't know if we were transitioning.
we are transitioning though. We are transitioning to news of the week. I don't even care about half of this shit. Yeah, still kind of spinning out from fucking MAGA terrorists briefly taking over the U.S. Capitol building. That happened Wednesday.
But hey, Trump got his Twitter banned, so it's kind of a wash, if you ask me.
So do you think it's a permanent ban, or once he's out of office, are they gonna let him get back in there?
They said permanently suspended. So I don't know if it's just that they don't use the word banned, if that's just like not in the language of their terms of service, or if like maybe permanently suspended means something more akin to like indefinitely, which means that it could come back at some point. I don't know.
Does Trump start an alt with zeros?
He's
going to
start an OnlyFans
now. Okay.
Donald Trump OnlyFans. Jesus Christ.
I would
That
not be
picture-
surprised to see him pop up on like Parler or some shit.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, man. Parler is like on its way out.
Uh,
The Google Play Store and the Apple Store are reviewing it, and it sounds like it might be coming down soon.
what's the one that's Twitter but just for Nazis? Gab, I
That's-
think.
Well, Parler, but
Okay.
Well, Parler's more like Facebook for Nazis.
oh, is it? I thought it was more of a Twitter type
It's kind of like
platform.
Yik Yak meets Facebook.
Remember Yik Yak?
Yeah, Yik Yak was some shit.
Ugh. How did it end for a reason, or did the trend just peter out?
Cyberbullying.
Well, okay, yeah.
On colleges, it was fine because it was like, just Reddit for your local college. Fucking in high schools, it was literally just cyberbullying. All it was people making fun of certain people, and then people commenting on that, continuing to make fun of them. I remember my brother and sister were in high school. I was in college, so it was just like, I had my what's it called? What was my favorite or my famous Yik Yak that blew up? Or I had two of them actually, but one of them was not me who sent it. The first one was "Sun's Out, Shame's Out," because I noticed that the XO1 protesters had started protesting because it was like April, and so it was like 60 degrees, and people finally were like, all right, let's get back to shame on XO1. So I was like, "Sun's Out, Shame's Out," and then that blew up. And then I think Matt stole mine during the Super Bowl. Like if your car experiences like increased size for over 4 hours, like talk to your doctor or whatever. Yeah. So yeah, it was like just a fun, make jokes about your local community. And in high school, my brother and sister were like, no. It's like, this person is a slut. And then in the comments, oh yeah, she did blah, 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 blah. Like, yeah, just.
Jesus
yeah, no,
Christ.
fucking brutal.
There was sex stuff on college, Yik Yak, but it was all a good time. There's a guy bragging about eating out a girl for twice as long as the reasonable amount.
What's the reasonable amount, Lucas?
No, that was the wording of the Yik Yak that Bart told us about.
That was the way it was phrased. Is like, think about what you would think is a reasonable amount of time to go down on a girl. Now double it. It's like, so you got to go down on this girl, and I'm talking about like 20 to 30 minutes of oral, and not just any oral, good oral.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
This is all like triggering me now. What was that? Was that Bart who said that or something?
Bart was somehow involved in that, but I don't know in what
the
way.
thing with Bart is I was never quite sure if the stuff he was showing us was like stuff he was directly involved in or just something he thought was cool and then brought to us.
I remember I outed him on Reddit once and he got really mad at me.
Well, yeah, I don't even use Reddit, but like for that reason, it's a thing you're not supposed to do.
I mean,
That's not necessarily true.
was he doing stupid shit?
It was on the UW-Madison subreddit, and someone asked a question about Bradley, and I just read an answer that was obviously fucking Bart, so I was just like, yeah, I second what Bart said, or something like that.
Jesus.
He got real mad.
That means that he knows who you are now.
Yeah, exactly, that's what I'm saying. I didn't give a fuck, because my Reddit account didn't have a bunch of sketchy shit on it that apparently people can't know about. Oh, man. I wasn't actively trying to hide my identity, I just had a username. So... yeah, I remember him being like, whoa, dude. I had to delete my Reddit account. And I'm like, what?
Jesus Christ. Delete the post!
Well,
Okay.
then I would
that's fine.
know it, apparently.
That's fair.
I could look through his post history, which I did. It wasn't even, like, bad. It wasn't like he was saying Nazi shit. He was just talking about planes or whatever the fuck.
Bart, nobody...
That's the all or nothing response. Is he posting Nazi shit or is he not?
Basically.
No, but...
That's
I
the
remember
only
Ken
line.
Bone. Didn't Ken Bone have some weird, creepy Reddit posts? Because he did an AMA with his just main Reddit account.
Who?
Remember Ken Bone? You remember Ken Bone
Yeah, no.
doing the red sweater in 2016 who
He
was the
asked
fucking
a thoughtful
undecided
question.
voter?
Oh, yep, that's right.
Yeah.
I remember they interviewed him again before this most recent election.
And he was
And
still
they're like-
undecided, right?
Yeah, and it's like, I'm still undecided, and everyone's like, okay, fuck you, Ken Bone. Like, you can't be undecided then and still be undecided now. Enough things have transpired where you should be decided one way or another.
Okay, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Enough things had transpired by the time of that debate, or town hall, or whatever it was. You probably should have already.
What is
Made
your
up his
belief
mind.
system, Ken Bone? Do you have one? Because undecided makes me think no.
Yeah, but you had some creepy...
Wait, what are my values?
All right, so this one's weird. Remember how we speculated a while ago that there might be an under-the-table deal with Microsoft and battery companies, and that's why the Xbox controller still uses AA batteries?
Yeah.
I do not.
That was a conversation we had on this or the Quarantine Cast, actually. Well, one of my old editors, Tom Reagan, broke the story. He talked to a Duracell spokesperson, and the Duracell spokesperson said, "Oh yeah, totally. We have a partnership with Microsoft. You can't think of Microsoft without thinking of Duracell." And then since that came out, Microsoft has since denied that the deal took place, that there is any kind of deal or partnership. I personally think that the truth is out there, though. Although the last sentence of this Verge article sounds like it was written by a bunch of batteries in a trench coat. Do you guys want to read it, or should I give it a read?
Let's do a dramatic reading.
All right, last paragraph. I don't mind using AA batteries in these controllers. I can understand the confusion some could have on why Microsoft relies on batteries in its controllers when its competitors have turned to built-in batteries that charge using cables. It's certainly not the most environmentally friendly option, yet it provides a happy medium for those who still prefer batteries, while also having an option for those who prefer using a rechargeable battery pack instead. Who the fuck is thinking about batteries this much?
Who the fuck prefers batteries?
Right?
Nobody. Literally fucking nobody.
Yeah, anybody would be who was given the chance of having a built-in battery and fucking using AA's would choose the built-in battery.
Oh boy, I wish I could just load a couple AAA batteries into my phone every 2 days, like with my Xbox controller.
Can you imagine? I want to fucking kill myself. It'd feel like the Fallout universe, how like everything has a little fusion reactor.
Yeah.
And you have to replace it after like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's literally how it would feel like all the time. Just fucking plugging these giant sticks of chemical reactions into my phone every day, probably twice a day.
Yeah, good God.
All right, that takes us to the other category. Already talked about Donald Trump getting his account permanently suspended or banned from Twitter. Only other news item, we are all PogChamp now. Every one of us.
It's like Time Person of the Year 2006 or whatever. It's you.
So Twitter's basically doing a thing where they now change who is the PogChamp emote like every 24 hours.
Yeah.
We should start a Twitch account so we can be PogChamp.
I have one.
Ryan, you should be PogChamp.
We are all PogChamp.
His name was PogChamp.
There's a little PogChamp for everyone.
Oh, Jesus Christ. We can't escape it. IGN. There's a little civil unrest for everyone.
But things are a little more restful on most social media platforms because they have also suspended or banned Donald Trump's profiles.
Censorship. Time to break up the tech companies.
It's totally censorship. And not a private company that has always been allowed to do this and is just now doing it because there's a borderline coup about to happen.
They have nothing to lose and everything to gain, and they're finally taking action. This thing that should have been done arguably before, but definitely when it seemed like World War III was going to be announced over social media. Yeah.
It's just, I don't know why people expect these companies to like keep letting the racists and the psychopaths keep cucking them. And it's like, well, I don't want to let them use the platform that I built to spew shit that I don't want them to say, but I guess I have to let them. I have to let them do it to me. No. Just, why would they do that? Why have they kept doing that other than fear of the backlash and all that shit? Yeah, I guess the money too, but
Facebook makes
money. That's a very active part of the website that generates a lot of revenue for them.
Facebook makes so much money off of racists just scrolling.
I'm talking more like Twitter.
Twitter
Facebook's
makes
a lost
so much
cause.
money off of racists just scrolling.
They're definitely both two horses of the same color. That's a
No, Twitter is the good website.
Oh boy. Did you see the picture of Jack too? What
No.
the fuck?
Which
he looked
one?
like a mountain man.
Oh yeah, no, he's got like a super long beard and
Yeah.
long hair now. Yeah.
It was on like one of the statements from Twitter.
Is he?
And it was just like, Jesus Christ.
Jack? Why?
He also still follows a bunch of people that were openly like calling for civil unrest and stuff like that.
I mean,
Jeez.
I think we've known for a while that Jack is, at the very least, a libertarian. So that doesn't surprise me at all.
Jack's a weirdo.
Yeah.
They're all fucking weirdos.
Rocking that really bad beard. Why? It's like he just let a goatee keep growing. I don't understand. I don't understand how he thought that was a good idea.
Speaking of weird billionaires doing whatever the fuck they want, Elon Musk is the fucking richest person
Yeah.
on planet Earth.
That was going to be my next
You
topic.
fucking... This is the dude that we have memed harder than anyone else. Who's now the
He's
wealthiest
one of the most
person.
memeable men.
Oh shit, he finally has the power to do something about it, guys. Oh no.
Now that he's worth $188 billion instead of 40, now he can kill us all.
What was the change? What happened that he became the
Tesla
richest
stock has just exploded.
man? Oh.
It's all just his portion of Tesla stock has just unbelievably. It's like not even quadrupled. It's more than quadrupled in value. Like, so it has just made him unbelievably wealthy, beyond his wildest dreams.
Let's go take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take
What's
Elon
stopping
Musk's
us
money?
from taking his money?
Actual
Don't answer
law
that.
enforcement actually
Don't-
doing something because it's protecting the interests of the ruling class?
What did we just...
Let's get past them.
Oh.
Nothing's stopping us from getting past the police.
Oh. Ooh. I mean, I know I've had interactions with people who have had interactions with people like with Elon Musk. Like I'm like one step removed. So
I'm not saying I could take a shit in Elon Musk's house, but if I pull some strings, I can make it happen.
if I went really hard, like just like my goal in life was to get invited to Elon Musk's house, I bet you I could. It would be dumb. The amount of my life I'd have to dedicate to getting invited to Elon Musk's house would be really not worth it in the slightest. But yeah, like if my sole goal in life was that, I could probably, like just dedicate my life to becoming better friends with the people that I know who have had meetings in the past. And then one day after like a year or two of becoming better friends with them, kind of drop that like, oh man, you ever been invited to Elon Musk's house? Like,
This is
hoping that they don't remember that they told me, and then like, yeah, that's crazy, and just like, oh man, would you ever think about doing it again? Like, sounds pretty cool. I'd love to see it, and then boom.
you're describing like the first 20 minutes of our heist movie.
Yeah.
Wow.
Step 1, become Grimes' second boyfriend.
No.
Step 2, get Grimes to introduce me to Elon Musk, who I will become his second boyfriend.
I was going to say that I feel like once you've befriended Grimes, you're done. That's step one and like the final step. Become best friends with Grimes. Boom. Now you get invited to the house that Grimes lives at.
I feel like that
Game, set, match.
I feel like that would hurt Elon Musk even more than taking his money. Just becoming friends with Grimes and just having no interest in being Elon Musk's friend.
Yeah, it's like, oh my God, Grimes, I call her Grimes just to her face. Oh my God, it's so fun hanging out with you. Hello, it's me, Elon.
Oh my
It's
God.
good to talk to you. Oh
Whoa.
yeah, okay, Elon, whatever. Oh, Grimes, let's go back to talking and
The Elon impression came out of nowhere.
I'm sorry, I haven't had time to work on my Elon impression.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah. Wait, so Lucas, you be Grimes. I'll be Andrew. Andrew, you be Elon.
I don't know what Grimes sounds like.
Okay, I can be Grimes and you can be Andrew.
I barely know what Andrew sounds like. Okay.
Hey, Andrew. Oh, I had such a great time on Rodeo with you today.
I am thrilled to hear that, Grimes. That means so much to me, and I want you to know that I had a deeply enjoyable time with you.
Oh,
Hey,
darling,
Grimes.
Elon.
Shut the
It's my
fuck
best friend.
up, Elon.
Andrew.
Get out of
Gri-
here.
Grimes, who's your friend?
Nobody wants you
Elon.
here.
This is my best friend, Andrew.
But this is my house. I can't leave.
Go suck a blood diamond, Elon. Get out. I'm talking to Grimes right now.
I'm almost out of those.
Darling, those are the diamonds that give you strength, am I wrong?
I've imbued them with the power of the sun. Well, I think I'm going more towards McCartney.
You're going somewhere.
There's
I don't know
a little bit
where
of a
you
Ringo
are.
in there.
I think he's got a South African accent, right? I can't.
South African accent's hard. Also, he's South African, but I think he spent most of his life in other countries, so his accent's just fucked.
And he's just weird.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no,
his
he's very
cadence
weird.
is wrong.
Yeah.
It's not an accent, it's a cadence. He sounds wrong.
I would not... You know what? Not making fun of people with accents right now. Not making fun of people with unique accents right now. But I would not be shocked if that is a bit that Elon Musk just committed to as like a 15-year-old or something, and he doesn't know how to drop it anymore.
Elon, funniest thing in the world, 420. Second funniest thing in the world, 69. Third funniest thing in the world, sounding like someone completely different. Forever.
Do you think that maybe he could drop it though? But at this point, the stock would take like a massive dive.
Yeah.
If he just walked out on stage and was just like, "Hey everyone, it's oh fuck,
Sell.
Oh yes, it's Tesla." trying to save it, and everyone's like, the emperor has no clothes. He's not sophisticated at all.
Wow, wait. Maybe he wasn't being cool when he called that guy a pedophile. Maybe he was just being an asshole. Huh.
Wow, when he was on Joe Rogan's podcast and said some borderline things, maybe we need to review that.
It's just some nerd sitting in his room, like about to fall asleep. He just shoots up in his bed. Oh my God, Elon isn't cool. He's just a fucking loser.
Yeah, some dude with all the Tesla merch in the world who lives in like Bloomingdale, Indiana, is dead asleep, literally, as though he got shot in the fucking spine. Shoots up erect. Holy shit! My whole world has changed.
Fucking tears the Elon Musk poster. Not the poster. What is it like with football players? We can get like the
The fathead.
tears the Elon Musk fat head off his wall.
Auntie Donna's Big Ol' House of Fun reference.
Fathead was in my brain, but I I second guessed myself. I thought they couldn't possibly be called that, but they are.
Yeah,
They are.
it is a bad name.
Ugh.
I got a free fat head once of a random person that I didn't care about from one of my teachers because they were just like, I don't want this anymore. And I was like, all right. And I don't even remember who it was. It was in my locker all year long. And then it came time to clean out lockers, like in everyone's favorite time of the year. And there was trash cans everywhere. And I looked at it and I was just like, do I really want to bring this to my car? Said no and threw it away.
I'm sorry.
You should have just left it in the locker. That would have been funny.
You're not allowed to do that. They
trouble
come
for
around
that.
and have to like
Yeah.
check it off.
Also, to
They
be
would have
clear,
yelled at me.
to be clear, it was like an athlete, right? It wasn't just a guy.
I don't remember. It might have been a guy. He was like, who wants a fat head? And my hand shot up. I was like, yeah. And then he gave it to me and it was rolled up. I remember it was Mr. Moon. I don't know what it was. It was rolled up when he gave it to me. I never unrolled it. It never got unrolled again. It went straight into the trash after 6 months of sitting in my locker.
Here's a fat head of Joseph McCormick. Enjoy.
I don't know who that is.
That is a made-up name. That is a random person name.
Okay. Well, then I'm happy. I was thrown off. It might have been someone from history. I don't fucking know. He was a history teacher.
All right.
I was like one of his favorite students. I convinced him to fly. He was an AP test grader.
Ooh.
And he was going to drive to Indiana to grade like AP US history tests. And I said, why are you driving? And, we were just hanging out like, because, it was towards the end of the AP year. I was like, why are you driving? Why aren't you flying? And he was just like, oh, I'm terrified of planes. And I was like, oh, really? And he's just like, yeah, like I know, I feel like, if they were to crash that I would just die. And I was just like, yeah, I kind of like see where you're coming from. I used to think that too. But then I think something clicked in my head of like, there's so many planes in the air at any given second.
Mm-hmm.
And it's almost like selfish and self-centered to assume that yours is the one that's going to like have a problem and crash and everyone will die on it.
Yeah.
And he was just like, never thought of that. And then like a couple days later, he was like, so I booked plane tickets to Indiana. He was like, your logic kind of made sense to me. And I think it got into my head and I'm not as afraid of flying anymore. And I was just like, I think that was one of my first moments where I was just like, I can impact adults. If I say the right things, adults can listen.
I think I will cause problems on purpose.
Yeah. I think I will be a problem as a result of this.
Do we have any memes or are we going right into the breakouts?
I mean, there's just been too many memes.
There's the woman that was clearly lost in the Capitol building with like her mask pulled down and just looks like she's having the time of her life.
She's like, oh.
Yeah. It was ironic that we came up with Cracker Barrel because that was my favorite take on it. I think was just like, oh, wow, sure is busy at Cracker Barrel right about now. Looking around. And it's very much the type of person that you'd see in a Cracker Barrel. It's just like,
that's hilarious. But then that's also like, oh, hey, this woman is a shield for the people who wanted to either take senators hostage or kill them. Like this is a part of that whole ball of wax. Yeah.
But at the same time, though, there were like people scaling the walls, and there's
World War Z style.
Yeah, there was a very, very good video of this dude. It was two dudes crawling. One of them got to the top and kind of like turned around and reached out his hand to help the other guy up. And he reached his hand and then his other hand slipped and he just fell like 15 feet.
He was like frozen. Like his hand was still up for most of the fall. Did you notice
Like he didn't realize what was happening until he'd already fallen a couple of feet. And then he hit the big pile of barriers that they had made because they had moved all of the waist-high metal barriers into one spot in a corner and he fell on them. And then
such a loud noise.
And they edited in like, watch out. We're like, God is my witness. This man is broken in half. And the dude at the top was still reaching his hand out. Like he's like, you can still reach me.
It was literally like a cartoon. Like the reaction was so delayed to realize that things had gone horribly awry. in their attempt. Like, it's really bad, but all we have is humor.
Yeah.
Don't take it from us.
Yeah.
It's fucking objectively funny. It's painful, but holy shit, were there some golden moments in there.
Does that guy maybe have a broken leg now? Yeah. Was he also a shitty racist
Start
terrorist?
scouting area
Yeah.
hospitals for like young males with broken legs. Matching those circumstances, you should be reported to the FBI.
One of my favorite outcomes of this is Zoomers outing their parents as having gone to that terrorist attack.
My
Zoomers,
mom
conwaying their parents.
Yeah. I saw one. It was I think it must have been like later that night, or like maybe it was the day before or something, because it wasn't at the Capitol. But there's a video of like there's like one black cop. It was a woman cop who was like in a crowd of like Trump supporters, and she had her mask on, and they were all, of course, mobbing her instead of the other like white cops, and it kind of like cornered her. And a woman reached in and like pulled her mask down. And then the cop just fucking broke her nose. Just one swing, just crushed her nose. And then, of course, they all started, like, mobbing her, and the other, like, cops, like, came in and grabbed her and, like, put her behind the line. And then, like, this girl on Twitter said, hey, yeah, that woman getting punched, that's my mom. She wouldn't, like, she told me I couldn't go to the Black Lives Matter protest because those people are violent.
I think one of my favorites is the, and we might have talked about this the other day, the no-look mace cop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then just the caption, if Patrick Mahomes did this, y'all would be going ape shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of going ape shit for that, though.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, no, I feel like
because
that
that
was
was
a lot of attention.
That was, again, the one black cop that all of the Trump supporters decided that's the cop we're going to mob and make him fear for his life, because we know why. Because that cop's black. And he was the one that there's a video of him like running up the stairs, and like every landing he'd turn around and kind of swing his stick around to get them back a little bit, and then he'd run up another flight of stairs. And he kept doing that, and then eventually he just reached the rest of the cops, and the Trump supporters weren't expecting it, and they all got pepper sprayed.
Yeah. I liked the woman, of course. I think she's been pretty viral and is now outed and hopefully going to jail.
Yep.
Where she's just like, took one step in and I got maced. And she's like really broken up about it.
She's like,
What were you doing
why
in
are
there?
you... We started the revolution.
Started the Capitol. We were starting a revolution. It's just...
She's like, man, freaking got maced, man. Just so upset.
You are lucky you got maced.
I
Not killed, like someone else who did the same thing you did got killed.
I assumed there was just an active sniper in the Capitol building at all times for this exact situation, and apparently that's not the case, but she is lucky that was not.
They save all the crazy stuff for the White House, and hopefully
Yeah.
now they'll stop. But, yeah.
All right, I believe that will take us into the breakouts. Andrew, what are you checking out?
I'm still playing Cyberpunk.
How you liking Cyberpunk?
It's fun. Like, it is a fun game. Like, as much as we like Fallout 4 or any games like that, it's the same kind of game, and it's got like probably side quests that are as good as The Witcher 3, maybe not as consistently, but I haven't played it as much. Really interesting characters, really interesting quests that don't really go the way that you think they would. The combat is very basic, but it's still really fun.
Is the combat better than The Witcher 3's combat?
I mean, The Witcher 3 doesn't have guns. I mean, like, the melee combat is about as good as The Witcher 3 combat, because it's like, yeah, there's dodge, there's light attack, there's heavy attack, and there's block. Like, and that's kind of it. The hacking stuff is like an interesting way of like changing up the combat, like because you're doing hacking shit while you're fighting. The gunplay is not great. I mean, it's good enough. It's the same as Fallout basically, just without VATS.
Ooh.
So
Fallout without VATS, I'm sold. The joke is that
better
Fallout would
acting
suck without VATS.
God damn it.
Ryan, what are you checking out?
I haven't been doing too much media consumption. Should probably be doing more, but life catches up with you.
It's January 8th. What's out? Yeah.
Yeah, that's also true. And COVID's a thing. I've been playing a lot of the Madden Dynasty with Andrew. Just completed my second straight undefeated season.
Yeah.
Which was a good time. So
Ryan,
I feel like
Ryan
I might
kicked
be the
my
greatest
ass.
coach ever. I was pretty bad in our game. Pretty bad. Not afraid to admit that. But yeah, 38-0. Probably the greatest coach of all time, I feel like, at this point, but who knows. And so this offseason, to both give myself a challenge and to give myself more fun, I'm going to deal all of my players over the age of 25.
Okay.
And start fresh with just a completely young team. I've already traded all of my stud offensive linemen because they were all pretty old and replaced them with youngsters. So,
Fucking cycling them out. Okay. Bold, Belichick.
I'm really getting into it.
I checked the end of the year awards for the Madden Dynasty that we're in right now. And for the top offensive lineman of the 2021 season, Ryan had 3 out of the top 4 and 4 out of the top 10. His entire offensive line was first team All-Pro, basically.
This is getting close to the group chat, but whatever. This structure of this episode is already whack. Andrew, you're good at Madden now, right? That's my understanding?
Well, no, I'm not.
Uh-oh.
I am good enough to execute the right plays that I'm now better at selecting, but Ryan is better than I am. And I cannot play against real people. I think that I can play against the CPU well enough, but Ryan just knows what I'm about to do and then makes sure that I can't do that.
You're too limited. You can't use only money plays. You have to rotate in the money plays on key downs.
Huh?
When you use only money plays, then I'm just looking for the money plays. And when I see them, I react.
Ryan intercepted me 8 times during that playoff game. 8!
I did intercept you 8 times. It was pretty rough. Not gonna lie to you.
Okay, I'm reprioritizing what being good at Madden entails. Can you make field goals now, Andrew? I know you were struggling with that before.
I'm maybe better than I was.
There you go.
As Ryan suggested to me, just mathematically, it would be better for me to go for 2 on every single scoring play.
In theory, if you drop below 95%, it kind of just makes sense mathematically to go for 2 because it's right around 50. And honestly, if you're using money plays, it's probably more like 75. So probably all of us should just do it.
Hear that, NFL?
I'm coming.
Always convert. All right, then my stuff. I have now finished Tim Rogers' nearly 6-hour review of the incredibly influential dating sim Tokimeki Memorial.
Was it worth it?
Yes. Absolutely yes. The experience I had on this was like listening to an audiobook of a friend just going off about a subject that they are incredibly passionate about, that I personally had no prior knowledge or interest in whatsoever, and I deeply enjoyed it, I think both of you would hate this. I think it would be borderline torturous for either of you to listen to more than a couple minutes of this.
Where do I sign up?
I hate myself. Let's give it a go.
Action button on YouTube.com. It was good. I enjoyed it. Really interesting. I don't think LA Noire would exist if this game didn't exist. Because it also does you have to read a character's facial cues to try to figure out what's going on back in like 1993. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I have also now beaten the Armor Spider and am a Demon's Souls god. I have now gotten a quarter of a way through one Soulsborne game and was previously 3/4 of the way through another Soulsborne game. So if you guys have any questions about this genre of games, like I know everything and am the best at it now. So ask away. Go ahead. Doesn't have to be right now, but like anytime.
Okay.
Yeah.
What if I want it to be right now?
Go for it. Bring it.
What's the difference between the armored spider and the normal spider?
There are no normal spiders.
Oh.
One.
So why is it
Wouldn't-
the armored spider?
Yeah, wouldn't that just by default
just a
make them the
spider.
normal spider?
You would think. But no, it can't be a normal spider because the armored spider also shoots fire. Yeah.
Hold on. The what,
What?
now?
Yeah. It's a spider. It has armor.
Yeah.
It shoots fire at you in addition to webs. Armored
Okay.
spider. Yeah.
Yeah, I see you lost me.
Well, I mean, it's in a mine, and there's, like, molten metal in the mine, and that's hot.
Yeah, like
So-
spider stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. If there's no normal spiders, it feels like it can just be a spider.
But it's big.
But there's
You're
no
saying-
small spiders.
You're
So relatively speaking, it's a normal spider.
There's a spider in Bloodborne named Patches. That's a spider in this universe.
patches.
Yeah. He talks. He's a dick.
He's a dick. Everyone hates Patches.
Kinda.
Fair.
No, a big part of the reason why I'm doing so well in this game is that I put a lot of points into magic stats, and that is how magic works in the game is not the way difficulty works in the game doesn't really work against magic, where it's Demon Souls. You're supposed to be like blocking and parrying and like dodging enemy attacks. But you can do magic from like 30 feet away, and a lot of enemies don't. They can just walk towards you until you are in range of their sword or whatever. And that's how they hurt you. That's how they counter. But by then, they're dead.
By the time they can counter, they're already dead.
I'm just over here like, fireball. 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 Done. Win. Easy.
Game, set, match.
No problem. And then more formally moving into the group chat, I finished Bugsnax, Andrew. Ryan, is it okay if we talk about Bugsnax spoilers?
Talk about Bugsnax spoilers.
It's Bugsnax all the way down.
It was. It is.
The line of the year.
So I, like many people, assumed the Bugsnax Sasquatch was going to be a transformed Elizabeth.
Mhm.
And, well, I wasn't wrong in that she turned into a Bugsnax monster. What actually happened was much more terrifying.
Yep. Just the whole fucking island is Bugsnax.
Mm-hmm.
Just a giant series of parasites.
Oh,
That just kind of like pop up and shit. Controlled by one central brain. Which Elizabeth is just a strong enough personality to take over.
Yes.
So did you get the good ending or the bad ending?
I got the good ending. I saved everyone.
Okay, good.
Yes. I was not expecting a Metal Gear Solid-esque post-game conspiracy theory chat hinting at a larger political ramifications of what's going on here, but I dig it, and I cannot wait for the sequel.
The conspiracy theory nut Snorpy was right.
Oh my god, that reminded me. I think my favorite exchange in the entire game is the conversation between Chadlow and Snorpy, where Snorpy says something like, Chadlow, I've been meaning to ask you this for a while, but will you be my boyfriend? Snorpy, dog, that doesn't make any sense. Oh, I'm sorry. We've been dating for years, bro. What? When I kissed you on the Ferris wheel and I said that we should move in together? What did you think I meant by that? And that is ridiculous, but I also love it.
Look, fair enough, man.
Yeah. It's pretty fun. Chandlo is a hell of a guy.
Chandler's chill.
But yeah, it was just like, oh man, the fucking, you guys, all you friends gotta use the power of friendship to survive. Also, kill all of these Bugsnax. Because this giant hive mind Bugsnax monster is going to kill us all. Yeah. There are moments in that game where it's like legitimately very scary.
Yes.
Not just like, oh wow, like it's spooky time, Bugsnax. Like it's very, very scary.
When you fall into the very organ-like inside of the island, that was a shift.
And then, oh man, what's his name? What's the mayor guy? What's his name?
Filbo.
Yeah, Filbo's like, oh my god, what is all of this? Why do I want to eat it?
No. Jesus.
Bugsnax are parasites that turn you into Bugsnax.
Terrifying.
Filbo's cool. I'm glad that game ended with Filbo becoming the mayor of, I assume, New Grump City, because, you know what? He's a good guy. He cares about people, and that should be the kind of people that are in charge in the world. I like that. Anything else? Anything else we can talk about collectively? Huh?
Packers? Not yet.
No? I think our Packers are close to favorites, right? Like, I think the Chiefs are probably overall favorite, but Packers not far behind.
Yeah, I mean, like, the Packers are the 1 seed in the NFC, and I think that they're technically the favorite to win the NFC in terms of power rankings. I see some people have them as the favorite to win it, win it all, but kind of depends on who's talking.
Who do you ask?
So, I kind of foresee, if the Packers do end up winning the Super Bowl, on some rhetoric emerging where people start making the argument that because the NFC is such a weaker league than the AFC, the Packers just, they didn't have to push themselves as hard, and they were healthier, and the lopsidedness of the NFL right now is what allowed the Packers to win. And I don't think I necessarily agree with that if things do end up shaping out that way.
I mean, I don't either, mostly because, things change year to year. Like, I remember last year the conversation was, man, the AFC fucking sucks and the NFC is really competitive. Mm-hmm. And this year, it wasn't even like the NFC sucks. It was just like there's a handful of really good teams and everyone else is, not really competitive. And the AFC is more, evenly distributed.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Fair. I hope Rodgers is able to get that ring.
that second ring.
It's first Super Bowl in like a decade for him, right?
Yeah. I mean, it would have been,
exactly
10 seasons
ago,
ago. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty fucking
cool.
nuts.
I mean, we should have went 2014, but
Yeah.
fucking Brandon Bostic, you fucking bastard. I cannot forgive you.
All right.
Not.
I think it is time for a clap sync and us moving on to the wacky wind down. Thank you all for tuning into episode 126 of the Voluntary Viewing Podcast, which will almost certainly be titled It's Bugsnax All the Way Down. If you like what you heard, like, comment, subscribe, etc. Check us out on Patreon, Twitter at V2_podcast, our email, voluntaryviewing@gmail.com if you have questions or business opportunities. We are also on Instagram. And still have that ActBlue link in the description down below if you'd like to support a collection of great causes. I am at Lucas DeRuyter on Twitter. Follow that for all of my writing. Recently put out a roundup of the press release surrounding the One Piece 1000th chapter event global character poll. Pretty cool, pretty big deal. Read about it on my blog, Bada Bing Bada Blog, and then I might have some other fun stuff coming down the pipeline. You can't see it, but Ryan is doing like what I imagine you, the listener's face, is doing right now.
I was trying to do the Trump reaction gif.
Oh.
He's like looking around. He's like, or whatever the fuck he's doing.
All right, what note are we ending this on? What note are we sending?
Spider on my wall.
Kill it!
Never mind.
No?
There is not a spider on my wall.
No.
What is it instead?
A mark.
Oh.
I don't know what from.
Right? You can do the thumb lick, get it off of there?
No, I left it.
Oh, okay.
Just straight up lick the ball.
Yeah. I want it to fool me again.
I want to
Keeps
grow
me
stronger
feel
from it.
something. There was a brief moment where I felt like I had something to do in life.
Jesus.
It's gone now, but maybe it will return if I leave it there.
The fear of death made me feel more alive than I ever have.
I need to keep that fear alive.
Hey, you have something to do. You have the fucking real conversations we have after this show to look forward to in a couple seconds. And hey, get people onto our Patreon, and if enough people want it, then we'll record that too. We'll sell out.
And a super special episode coming on Monday potentially.
Ooh.
If everything holds up.
Yeah.
Where I'll be high as fucking balls.
Fuck yeah.
Come watch two grown men take a break in the middle of work and listen to their friend be high as shit.
Yeah, well, I might drop an edible. I might just join you.
Oh God, guys, I can't
Andrew,
be the one sober guy in the podcast.
Andrew, you're the designated driver of this podcast now.
Oh no. I don't have the oratory skills.
None of us do, Andrew. None of us are prepared for greatness, but greatness is thrust upon us all.
That's my secret, Andrew. I'm always high.
You don't know it.
You could have paid me a compliment. You could have said I'm always great, but okay. Whatever.
Yeah. So tune into the Quarantine Cast.
Fuck yeah.
Assuming I don't die in surgery, or not surgery, on the table, I don't fucking know.
Hell of a way to
If
go
that doesn't
out.
happen, then I'll be high.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it'll be a very different vibe in the podcast.
Jeez.
I like how it didn't cross your mind for a second that we would cancel it if you died.
Yeah.
Better fucking not. This is not a joke. This is not a joke. There is a chance.
No. I mean, we can't even take the day off.
No, this is not a joke.
day.
There is a chance that you could have a bad reaction to the drugs and you could die. It's almost impossibly unlikely. There is a chance. If I fucking die, you guys better do the podcast.
Oh my God.
This is on the record. This is the whole "who would have wanted us to play" thing, but I'm just saying it. This is real, motherfuckers.
Hello, yes, I am Ryan's lawyer. You get his entire estate, but you must do the episode of the podcast.
Yeah, does this work as a will? I know my mom listens to this podcast. Give Lucas and Andrew like 10 grand a piece if I die tomorrow. I have a lot of money.
Oh my god.
Give them like 10 grand a piece. And make sure, but if they do the fucking podcast, that's the only way they get it.
That's the stipulation, okay?
Yeah.
Christ.
All the rest goes to my girlfriend.
This is one of those things where it's like, yeah, we know this is what Ryan would do, but like you just posthumously just fucking hate him. Never forgive you for making us do the podcast.
That's a lot of money. That's more money than you would ever have gotten for a half hour of work, probably for the rest of your life.
Oh, sure.
Fucking do it.
I would do it. I just wouldn't be happy about it.
I don't want you to be
sad.
happy. I feel like it'd be weird if you were happy. I agree. I want you to just say how you're feeling. Put it in the moment.
Lucas is just gonna get the call and be like, Ryan died? Toss his fists in the air.
Don't you forget about me. He's like frozen in midair with a fist pump.
All right, guys. Yeah, in honor of Ryan passing, today we are going to discuss the entire Lord of the Rings film trilogy.
Without me? You better fucking not.
What are we gonna do? Pull a seance and bring you in for that shit?
We better not do that shit on the one podcast that I miss.
Because you're dead?
Yeah.
It won't be the one podcast you miss. It would be
are
all
you
of
going to
the rest of
continue to
them.
do the podcast? No, I just want you to do it on the day I die.
Oh, just the one?
Oh.
Yeah.
All
No,
right.
you're not
also-
going to do the podcast for the rest of your lives. Jesus Christ.
I thought that was the stipulation, is we get $10,000, but we have to do the podcast forever.
I want you to do the podcast on the day I die. Get those fucking raw emotions in there.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. You could cancel that could be the last episode of the podcast. It'd be a fitting end to the podcast. I'm not saying it has to be, because that feels like more of a dick move than making you do it. to make it end. You can't do it without me. You can do it if you want to. It does seem like it'd be a fitting end to be like, wow, in 40 years on Reddit, I just discovered a podcast of like 400 episodes of just 3 friends dicking around. And then it ended because one of them died from complications of a routine procedure.
You know what?
That'd be a cool podcast.
I legitimately can't think of a better way for us to go out. Okay?
I can think of a better way of us to go out. Just deciding not to do it anymore. And all 3 of us are still alive.
That's not how...
Okay, how about this? When we do decide to end the podcast, we act like one of us died.
Oh my god.
No one would fucking know. No one would know the difference. It'd be great. All right, maybe cut that last part, because that's what we might do in real life.
Oh my god.
I love all of this. This sounds like podcast Emmy material right here. Podcast Oscar material, even. I don't know how it would work for podcasts, what the awards are. Potties! Oh, that sounds like the child synonym for toilet.
Yes, it does.
All right.
That's what it is.
I think we're done here. Good night, everybody. Have a great weekend.